Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yugioh for it. I'm here with the deck profile for you guys. Another Battlin Boxer deck. There's another little idea for Battlin Boxers that I've recently sort of been working with. But in my members, the duo I had with my Battlin Boxer Kings versus that Yugioh player, I basically kind of took the concepts of that deck and kind of morphed them a little bit more better for the Battlin Boxers. So, this is a really fun deck. I like it a lot, and it's working out pretty well. So this is basically like my Battlin Boxers 2.0. I actually have a third version of the deck, which I haven't. That I've actually really am going to show off. But I kind of want to wait and show that off. Like that's an actual deck profile deck for cards. And I'm still looking for a couple of cards for the main deck of that. But anyway, this is basically Battlin Boxers 2.0. So first off, we have triple headgear, triple glassjaw, 2 spars, 3 switch hitters, 2 fire dogs, 1 barong, 1 yaksha, and 1 blaster. Then we have 2 Circle of the Fire Kings, 1 Rhoda, 1 Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy, double MST, double Lance, 1 Foolish. Then we have the Solemn Duo, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Trenchels, 2 Bottomless, 2 Compulse, 2 Breakthrough Skills, and then there's the Light Road. So, basically the idea of the deck is using basic Battlin Boxers, but using a little bit of the Fire King stuff as support. Basically using cards like Circle of the Fire Kings, which allows me to combo off a Glassjaw. Since Circle of the Fire Kings effect activates at the same time, the destruction and the summoning effect are simultaneously. I can't really say that word. I've never been able to say that word correctly, but they happen at the same time pretty much. So one of the big things is when Glassjaw's on the field, I can dish out that 2,000 damage. Now say I'm attacking directly like 2,000 damage, or I'm getting over a Thunder King, or whatever. He attacks, attack goes successfully. Go ahead and you Circle of the Fire Kings. Destroy the Glassjaw, special summoning a fire monster from my graveyard, and at that time I can still add a Battlin Boxer monster from my graveyard to the hand with Glassjaw's effects. This is actually a pretty nice little combo, and I like it a lot. Now, one combo which doesn't work, which I'll talk about in a little bit. I'm running the 1 Blaster because Blaster is just a nice little staple for Battlin Boxers. It's a good staple in fire decks in general. I'm running the Yaksha because Yaksha actually combos well with Glassjaw. But it's also coming out of the TCG. This was a Kirin because it's extra foolish, but I would go for Yaksha because it's more Fire Dog targets. And when it's destroyed, I can destroy Glassjaw, get Glassjaw's effect to add a Battlin Boxer from the graveyard to the hand. Barong is here just because it's a searcher for a Circle of the Fire King. It pretty much is a good target for Circle, so I can get another Circle to my hand. Now the Fire Dogs I typically don't run in Battlin Boxers because they only have Glassjaw to go for. But since I'm running Barong and Yaksha, I have more targets for Fire Dog, so I feel more comfortable running Fire Dog. If I could search himself, I would run him at regular Battlin Boxers, but I don't really like only being able to search for Glassjaw. I like having multiple targets before I even run a Fire Dog. So, this is really the only version I'm ever going to be running Fire Dog in. The spells are pretty self-explanatory. Circle of the Fire Kings, I keep going back and forth between 1 or 2. There's been some times where I thought, don't want to add an Onslaught for extra speed, but nah, it's not worth it in my opinion. But when it comes to Circle, I feel like 2 or 3, I don't know which one I would go with. I tried to do it with 3, and I tried to do it with 2, and they both seem perfectly fine. It's just, right now, it's like, deck space. I don't want to bump up to 41. Like, I want to try to keep it at 40. It's like, hey, no, I don't want to take out for a third one. But it works pretty well in the deck. And it allows me to get my Blaster to my field. Like from the graveyard, I have the banished fire monsters. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's like a free Blaster. It's a free Blaster to the field without having to waste any of my monsters. So I like that quite a bit. I'm not running Warrior to No Life because I'm running pretty much the Circle of the Fire Kings. But it's a card that it's a pretty good card in the deck. The Lances, all that self-explanatory. The trap lineup it's hefty, but you know it's a slower deck than most decks. And what's the best way to make up for slowness of a deck? Have a bunch of traps. This is how it goes. Traps help make up for the slowness that Battlin Boxers that they have. So, and I have breakthrough skills in here besides XYZ blocks because I like breakthrough skill rather than XYZ block because it's chainable. It's more versatile. Another reason I typically have block in my deck profiles is because of the fact that I don't have breakthrough skills, but since it came out in Battle Pack, stuff like that, it'll be a little bit easier to get my hands on breakthrough skills than, you know, it was before. So, Definitely recommend this over the XYZ block. For the extra deck, it's kind of self-explanatory. We have the triple Yugioh. We have a number 105, number 39, Lovable Chain, Daigusto Emerald, Maestroke, a Steel Storm Roach, number 16 Shockmaster, Blade Armor Ninja, number 50 Gemini Pearl, Poppy, and then a Stardust Dragon. So anyway, that's the deck. Like I said, it's pretty fun. Try it out. I really think Circle of the Fire Kings works pretty well in the deck. One combo you have to make sure of that it does not work. If you go into the wiki, it will say you can do this, but you really can't. I double checked on different websites. I asked a head judge as well as a couple of friends to double check this ruling. Because I wanted to make sure I had everything right before I did a deck profile on this, as well as attempt this in an actual tourney. Which I can't because I'm still missing a Circle, a Blaster, and of course now Yugioh. If you go on the wiki under Circle of the Fire Kings, it will basically say that you can combo off a Glass Jaw where you can summon a monster and get the active Glass Jaw. That is true because of the fact that it happens at the same time. But the wiki will also say that if you use Circle of the Fire Kings on Yugioh, and then save Yugioh from Circle's destruction effect, you will still be able to get the summon off of Circle of the Fire Kings. Now this is a big misconception, and this is a big mistake they need to fix on the wiki. Now when it comes to tips, I'm always skeptical on the wiki because that can be always, like, when it comes to tips, I think this was some tips or rulings. I think it was under rulings. I don't quite remember. But when it comes to rulings, some rulings and some tips under the wiki, I am always skeptical about it. That's why every time I see something that looks too good to be true, like the Glass Jaw thing, the Glass Jaw was too good to be true, so I looked that up, but that was actually correct. And the Yugioh, same thing, was too good to be true. So I looked the stuff up, and also had people say you could, you couldn't, so double checked other people, and you can't because you haven't met the full requirements of the card effects, so you can't special summon. It's just something they really need to fix, and it's something you really have to watch out for. So most definitely, if there's something like, if you're looking stuff up on a wiki or something like that, and if it's something that you feel it's very skeptical, and you're just like this doesn't seem right, look on different sites. Ask people you know, just ask random people because you don't want to go to a tournament and then do something stupid and then it might cost you games. This is something you don't want to do because you want to make sure your deck functions. But other than the Yugioh, because trust me, if the Yugioh thing worked, holy shit, this thing will be busted as hell. But it doesn't, but at least I can combo off a Glass Jaw. I can just kind of help spam the field a little bit more with Circle of the Fire Kings. But anyway, give me thoughts on the deck in the description, in the comment section below, as well as any suggestions for the deck, especially for the Fire King aspect. Like, what do you think? Maybe what I could possibly add even more Fire King stuff just for test's sake. So anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and